Hey guys, welcome back to Sculptales. Today's subject was once named the most beautiful woman in the world. She was leading lady material. Literally, she was actually a famous actress. However, there was much more to this lady than her stunning appearance. She was also an ingenious inventor who pioneered the technology that would one day form the basis for today's most widespread technology. She would later be dubbed the mother of Wi-Fi. Hedy Lamarr was originally Hedwig Eva Kiesler, born in Vienna, Austria, in 1914 into a wealthy Jewish family. She was very close to her father, who inspired her to be curious and look at the world with open eyes. Their conversations guided Lamarr's thinking, and at only 5 years old, she took apart and reassembled her music box to understand how the machine operated. Meanwhile, Lamarr's mother was a concert pianist, and she introduced her to the arts, placing her in both ballet and piano lessons from a young age. At age 16, she was discovered by director Max Reinhardt, at which point her brilliant mind was ignored and her beauty took center stage. She studied acting with Reinhardt in Berlin and was in her first small film role by 1930. However, it wasn't until 1932 that Lamarr gained name recognition as an actress for her role in the controversial film Ekstase, or Ecstasy. The film created a stir internationally because it featured, among others, nudity. It was so scandalous that her first husband tried to buy all copies of the film and destroy them. Speaking of her first husband, Austrian munitions dealer Fritz Mandl became one of Lamarr's adoring fans when he saw her in the play Sissy. Lamarr and Mandl married in 1933, but it was short-lived. Mandl often subjected Lamarr to verbal abuse, and his intense jealousy controlled her life and limited her freedom. She was incredibly unhappy, as she was forced to play host and smile on demand amongst Mandl's friends and scandalous business partners, some of whom were associated with the Nazi Party. She contended that her husband often consulted her about new weapons, and it is possible that these conversations sparked her interest in creating weaponry. She escaped from Mandl's grasp in 1937 by fleeing to London, but took with her the knowledge gained from dinner table conversation over wartime weaponry. While in London, Lamarr's luck took a turn when she was introduced to Louis B. Mayer of the famed MGM Studios, and with this meeting, she secured her ticket to Hollywood. In Hollywood, Lamarr was introduced to a variety of quirky real-life characters, such as businessman and pilot Howard Hughes. Hughes took her to his airplane factories, showed her how the planes were built, and introduced her to the scientists behind the process. Lamarr was inspired to innovate, as Hughes wanted to create faster planes that could be sold to the US military. She combined the fins of the fastest fish and the wings of the fastest bird to sketch a new wing design for Hughes's planes. She also went on to create an upgraded stoplight and a tablet that dissolved in water to make a soda similar to Coca-Cola. However, her most significant invention was engineered as the United States geared up to enter World War II. In 1940, Lamarr met George Antheil at a dinner party. Antheil was another quirky yet clever force to be reckoned with. She and Antheil talked about a variety of topics, but of their greatest concerns was the looming war. After her marriage to Mandl, she had knowledge on munitions and various weaponry that would prove beneficial. And so, Lamarr and Antheil began to tinker with ideas to combat the Axis powers. Lamarr made her breakthrough in the early years of World War II when trying to invent a device to block enemy ships from jamming torpedo guidance signals. No one knows what prompted the idea, but Antheil confirmed that it was Lamarr's design, from which he created a practical model. They found a way for the radio guidance transmitter and the torpedo's receiver to jump simultaneously from frequency to frequency, making it impossible for the enemy to locate and block a message before it had moved to another frequency. This approach became known as frequency hopping. After its creation, Lamarr and Antheil sought a patent and military support for the invention. While awarded US patent number 2292387 in August of 1942, the Navy decided against the implementation of the new system, as their engineers found it to be too cumbersome. Meanwhile, Lamarr's patent expired before she ever saw a penny from it. It wasn't until Lamarr's later years that she received any awards for her invention. The Electronic Frontier Foundation jointly awarded Lamarr and Antheil for their Pioneer Award in 1997. Since Lamarr and Antheil's groundbreaking work in frequency hopping, many other applications of spread spectrum technology, the broader term for wireless communications using variable signals, have arisen, including Bluetooth, GPS, and Wi-Fi, hence the nickname the mother of Wi-Fi. Here are some fun facts about Hedy Lamarr. She was the inspiration for two immortal cartoon beauties, Snow White and Catwoman. In the 1940s, plastic surgery patients requested her profile more than any other. She claimed that Adolf Hitler himself dined at her house when she was married to Fritz Mandl, an assertion that's not accepted by her biographers because both she and her husband were Jews, which was why lower-ranking Nazis visited them at their home rather than meeting in a more public place. Although she never made money from any of her inventions, frequency hopping alone is estimated to be worth $30 billion. She was arrested for shoplifting twice, once in 1966 and again in 1991. In the first case, she was acquitted. In the second, she was convicted and sentenced to a year of probation. And there she is. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you kinda like what I do here, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe share with your friends. If you don't want to, that's cool. I'm just very glad you're here and you watched to the end. Also, if you know of any other interesting historical figures you would like me to sculpt, feel free to let me know in the comments. Okay, see you next time. Bye!